Animal lovers are calling attention to a controversial tactic being used by some pet stores. Customers say that they thought they were taking out a loan to own a pricey pet, but instead they claim they were duped into signing lease agreements. Vladimir Duthiers has the story.
I was just appalled.
Courtney Peterman says she thought she was taking out a $3,000 loan to buy dogs Cass and Max at a Connecticut pet store in 2015. She signed a contract, made a $187 payment, and took the dogs home.
Good boy.
18 months later, Peterman expected the loan to be paid off, but she called the bank and was told she had almost 20 more payments to go.
When I asked how that was possible when it was only a $3,000 loan, and I was told it wasn't a loan at that point, it was a lease.
What are you doing, huh?
She kept making payments, fearing the worst about what would happen if she defaulted.
I was like, okay, what bills am I not going to pay now so that way I can make sure no one's going to knock on my door and take my dogs away.
The contract was with the leasing company Wags. Peterman signed it electronically at the store and admits she didn't read it carefully when it was sent to her later.
This is simply a business that's built on deception and cruelty.
Jenny Lintz is with the ASPCA.
Just like someone who goes to a car dealership, people get distracted thinking about the monthly payment and might then no longer negotiate that sticker price. Once they start adding in the fees, all of a sudden a dog that you could have bought for $1,500 is $5,000.
But more trouble comes trying to get out of the contract.
Even people whose pets have died during the course of the lease are continued to be expected to pay.
If the pet that you're leasing dies, you are still responsible for paying however many months or years are left on the contract?
Yes.
The first question consumers need to ask is this a lease?
Leslie Fair is an attorney with the Federal Trade Commission. She says pet leasing has been on the FTC's radar for about 3 years. And while it's not illegal, pet shops can be held responsible.
Companies have an obligation to make sure, first, that consumers know it's a lease. Second, that the terms are very clear up front. Consumers need to read these contracts very, very carefully.
Peterman was able to get out of her lease after filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. In the end, she paid about $5,600 to officially own the dogs.
Don't finance a dog ever. If you don't have the means to pay for a dog, you shouldn't be paying for one.
Last year, California and Nevada banned pet leasing. This year, New York is expected to become the third state to ban the practice. We reached out to the Connecticut pet store where Courtney Peterman bought her dogs and have not heard back. Wags Lending would not provide a comment for our story. Vladimir Duthiers, CBS News, New York.